Hi, welcome back. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's Isaac 117. If you were here for yesterday's episode, you'll know that it was not a long one. And as such, we're going to be attempting the same run again, and hopefully this time we'll get a suite of items that don't sort of very actively work against each other and against us. This is disappointing. That's even more disappointing. By which I mean, we got Ludovico Technique, which works against us. We then got Dr. Fetus, which works against Ludovico Technique, which works in favor of us. But the idea that we're getting items that contradict one another so as to get us back to a reasonable starting point, in and of itself, I feel works against us. Maybe that's not how rational thinking and logic works. It's how I'm choosing to assess the situation and basically get at the loss of the previous run was not my fault and rather just bad luck. And that's how I'm going to rationalize the fact that, you know, when we last saw each other, all those many months ago, I was playing pretty well. I was doing a pretty good job because I had almost 4 months of Isaac under my belt. And I now no longer have 4 months of Isaac under my belt. In fact, I think I've played one run of Isaac since the last episode of Isaac that you saw. So, in fact, that's not true. Because I have, I have this save that I record on, and then I have another save, which is my own personal save that I had been playing on for many months before I ever recorded an episode of Isaac. And the personal save is, I was playing quite a little bit of that, but not making any progress on it. I did, 1 second. I did several runs as the character Lazarus, maybe you've heard of him, only to lose basically every run that I did throughout 2022 following the episodes that were recorded here on YouTube. This is extremely upsetting. I just want an item that I can use. That would be very epic. Unfortunately, none of these are going to outperform. It's another Diplopia. None of these are going to be outperforming the D6 anytime soon. So anyway, that's all I've got to talk about. I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm just kidding. It's a self-referential, it's a callback joke to all of the 115 episodes that I recorded earlier in 2022. Spoiler alert, or a little peek behind the curtain here. I'm recording this in 2022. It is not, as at time of recording, it is not 2023 yet. So, you know, maybe we could do, I think what I did last January 1st was I made guesses at what was going to happen in 2022. As you're watching this, it'll now no longer be January 1st, so I've kind of missed the boat on that one a little bit. But we could maybe do that today, which could be like a fun little activity. I love that. And I guess we're gonna go down without any item room items, which is a little disappointing. I could have gotten something from the shop maybe, but none of it was that exciting to me. Maybe I've just got bad taste. But we could do something like that. Well, this is what I was getting at, was that I made my predictions for 2022, and they involved having what I at the time call a Kendall Roy year. If you don't know who Kendall Roy is, it's one of the main characters from the hit HBO television program Succession. And Kendall Roy is just a character who, I don't know, is very full of himself and also very depressed, I think, is a way that I would describe it. And that wound up being quite a large chunk of my 2022 somehow. So I'm not to dwell on it for an entire second episode. I'm just gonna, you know, raise it again here because it was on my mind. It's the way that my thought process is working through, you know, finding things to talk about for this second monologue of the year. This is an XL floor I'm discovering. I probably should have pieced that together when I saw the white fire that usually appears on the second floor. I do have none keys. I have 0 keys at present, which is going to be a problem because it'll mean no items for another floor, which if we have any hope of getting to Mother, is not going to be good. Okay, cool. We can go into this room. I don't love it. I'm going to put 2 coins into here. Hemolacria I have some time for. That's a fun item. So we're going to go ahead and take Hemolacria. And we're going to take just totally unnecessary damage right there. But it's okay, because we're finding our feet. That's all that's happening here. I don't really care about any of this. I don't have anything in here that I'm excited about. What was I talking about? Predictions for 2023. Let's see here. One final note before we get into the prediction section of the video. Just for sort of the first leg of the year here. I don't remember if I said this in the last one or not. A lot of this first kind of stretch of the year, depending on how many I end up recording, it's just gonna be me talking about, like, it's gonna be 2022, a year in review kind of thing. Because realistically, I had nothing going on before 2022. And so my entire life thus far, I think, subsists off of the last 7 months of stories that I have to share. And that's sort of it. I don't have anything else to offer. So if you're not interested in hearing about, like, the trips that I went on this year, I am sorry, I don't really have anything else for you. We have no blue hearts left. I don't think there's much I can do about that. I think we just have to press on. So let's do that. It's this guy, who I think is not too bad to fight. If I'm remembering correctly, I could just go ahead and take damage from him anyway. And lots of it at that. Lots of damage taken from this guy. It's fine, because this is an XL room, so I don't think we're actually missing out, you know, on too much. Like, we didn't have an angel deal we were about to get. We're still pretty far away from it. So angel deals are looking like a probably not gonna happen anytime super soon, which is disheartening, but I'm going to opt to say not the end of the world. Do I have anything to base that on? Hold on, my nose is going again. No, not really. I'm noticing that I'm missing a lot of my HUD. I wonder why that is. We can roll you. That's Spider Bite. We're going to take this. I really wish I hadn't. I really sincerely wish I hadn't done that. We're going to do this, and we're going to go down and find extra HUD on? Mini. Stats? Where's the stats display? Do we have a stats display anywhere? Pop-ups, active cam, HUD offset, found bullet visibility. Where are my stats? I used to have a stats display. Where is it gone? I have no idea. This is a mystery to me. I knew something felt off. I'm gonna go ahead and make the bold claim that I am playing worse because I don't know what my stats are. How does that feel? I can't believe I went the entirety of the last recording not noticing that. I guess it was not a very long one, so that might account for some of it. I will say, I guess it... No, an XL floor here actually is quite exciting. I think, because we can do 2 bosses on this floor. I know that, like, especially after the way the last episode went, I should maybe not be thinking about doing all of the bosses in the Mirror Realm. But I am, because it could make up for the fact that we didn't get very good items on the first leg of this run. So I think in terms of kind of recovering ourselves here, I think it's gonna be necessary. And if it works, it's gonna be very good, is an important factor. It's going to be very good for us. So we have the knife piece 1. And then... God, I could do with, like, tractor beam or something like that. Would be really great. To just kind of stop me from firing Hemolacria shots in just random directions. Because it's awful. It does not feel good to play. And even with all the damage ups that I have... You know, it's still taking me a hot minute to kill anything here. Anyway, let's actually get into it now, and I can go ahead and hope that playing this little 2023 prediction game, is going to, somehow help me focus up and perform better in this particular leg of battles. Do I actually think it's going to? No, not in the slightest. I think it's going to be a massive hindrance, especially fighting this guy. What do I think is going to happen in 2023? I don't know. I could start by doing what I did last year and just name a character that I think I'm going to be like. And I think that maybe it would be funny and also maybe quite like alienating to just continue to reference Succession characters as I do this. So maybe this is my Logan Roy year, you know? Or it could be my Greg year. This could very easily be my Greg year. Just in terms of sort of being like a sweet bumbling boy with a new lease on life and lofty ambitions, who is looking to climb his way up the ladder, so to speak, and will do so by any means necessary. Like, evil emoji. I think this is gonna end in me dying? Yep. I apologize for my current sort of state of play. And I do hate to inform you that that's gonna be it for this one again. I'm just gonna be churning these out, because the way I see it, the more of these I get made now, the more time I have to make more of them. So, you've got that logic to deal with this year. But I'm gonna leave you on that note that that I think the one I'm gonna go with that this year, this is my Greg Hirsch year. I'm a day late in calling it, so maybe that invalidates any truth that comes from that. But 2022 we were pretty accurate. It was my Kendall Roy year. I'm calling it that this is my Greg Hirsch year. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.